Hello, my friends. This is Jessica. This is I Read to Relax. And I am here with my a little belated June book haul. For the most of the month, had collected 2 books and it wasn't worth doing a video. And then the book outlet had a $5 book sale and I got a whole box of books. So now I have 2 piles of books to share with you guys. So I thought I would get this video in before the end of the month. I'm gonna start with the non-book outlet stuff. I received a book that I had pre-ordered. This is The Raven at the Ash Door by K.A. Lindy. This is the 3rd and final book in this trilogy, and I can't remember what the trilogy is called right now. So the name of the trilogy is The Oak and Holly Cycle, and book 1 is The Wren in the Holly Library. So like I said, this is book 3. It's got very pretty edges and very pretty end papers. The naked hardcovers of these books have been beautiful. Red Tower Books has been doing a great job with the design on these. It's book 3, so I'm not going to tell you anything else, just that I now have it in my possession. I was thinking about books that I wanted to read this summer, and I have really been dying to read. I've not actually read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book before, and I do have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo that I plan to read, but I also really want to read Atmosphere. I just think this sounds amazing. And it finally came out in paperback. I was waiting for the paperback copy because I didn't want it in hardcover. And I love these pretty sky edges that they did, so I'm hoping this one will be great. This is a book about a woman who becomes one of NASA's first astronauts, and then there's also a love story involved. Another book that I ended up ordering is The Tomb of the Sun King by Jacqueline Benson. This is book 2 in the Raiders of the Arcana series. I just read the first book, Empire of the Shadows, and I loved it. And so I was like, I need to get this one. So hopefully I will read this one this summer as well. I'm very excited for that. One that I actually just physically got today is the Fairy Loot edition of A War of Wyverns by S.F. Williamson, and this is the 2nd book. The first one is A Language of Dragons, and I had gotten the Fairy Loot edition of this book because I loved it, and I thought the Fairy Loot edition was so pretty. I mean, the end papers are gorgeous, and I love the edges. I think they did such a great job with the design on these ones. And so, God, again, with the naked hardback and the alternate cover. So I do not have a Fairy Loot subscription, and the War of Wyverns, I believe, did not go to regular general sale to the public. So I had to wait for somebody to post this in like a secondhand sale, you know, on Pango Books, at a reasonable price, because I just was not going to pay $1 million for this book. But oh, look at that. I loved this one as well, and now I'm really excited for the 3rd book. I mean, I just think they again do such a nice job with these. Look at the cover, the alternate cover. I've seen some other special editions, and there have been some nice ones with sprayed edges and things, but I just think overall that Fairy Loot has done my favorite edition of these, so I was really excited to get the matching one. I can't wait till hopefully eventually I can get the 3rd one as well. But it's not even out yet, so I'm not worried about it quite yet. And then, because I'm a lady of a certain age, and we don't judge book reading here, I got myself a nonfiction called How to Menopause. So I am entering a certain era of my life, and I have a couple of books now on sort of handling this transition in my life. This one is, the subtitle is Take Charge of Your Health, Reclaim Your Life, and Feel Even Better Than Before. And it's supposed to have some good practical advice. And yeah, we'll see. But the perimenopause is perimenopausing, and we need some assistance. So we're going to be doing some extra reading to try and navigate life. All right. On to more exciting fictional things. Like I said, I took advantage of the Book Outlet's like $5.99 sale. They do both hardcovers and paperbacks at that price. So when it comes up, I always kind of check to see what's out there. They're one of the books that I've been eyeballing for quite a while. And it sounds interesting, and at a discounted price I was willing to purchase it, is The Island of Last Things by Emma Slawley. And this is sort of a post-apocalyptic about a woman who is a zookeeper at the last zoo in the world on Alcatraz Island. So yeah, I've heard a couple people talk about this one, and I just think the concept sounds really interesting. So I wanted to read that one, and now I have it and can read it when I get a chance. The next one I got is Fallen Gods by Rachel Van Dyken. And this one, again, has really nice sprayed edges. And I think it's a deluxe edition. It's got really nice end papers and naked hardcover design. It says, in Fallen Gods, myths walk among mortals and scheme for domination. It also says, welcome to, whoops, where'd it go? Welcome to Endir University, where the gods spark chaos and runes rise from the mist. Grab a syllabus, it's going to be one hell of an orientation week. Again, I just think, you know, anytime that there are gods walking amongst the mortals and wreaking havoc, I'm interested. I just think that's such a fun concept to explore. So that leads me right into the next one. So this is book 2 in a series, The Things Gods Break by Abigail Owens. The first one is The Games Gods Play. And yeah, it's the Crucible series. I don't know if it's a trilogy or if there's more, but I have book 1, and so I figured I would pick up book 2 while it was on sale. And then I got some paperbacks. So I got Nalini Singh's Primal Mirror, which is, I want to say, maybe book 9 in the Psy Changeling Trinity series. I absolutely love this series. It's one of my favorites of all time. It is a paranormal romance series. They are so good. She is such a strong author. Every one of them guts me in the best way. And I've read this one already, but I didn't own the physical book, so now I do. I got one that I've been eyeballing at the store, but again, didn't quite want to pay like $20 for the paperback. So for $5, I was like, okay. How to Lose a Goblin in 10 Days by Jessie Silva. I just think this sounds really cute. It's a cozy tale of comfort and warmth that unfolds in this debut novel following a halfling and a goblin who must learn to love each other despite their differences. So the halfling and the goblin have inherited the same cottage, and they make a bargain that they'll live in the house together, and whoever's driven out first forfeits ownership. So cute. Forced proximity. I'm all for like a cozy little romance. It is summertime, and I tend to read more romance in the summer and then like in the depths of winter. Those are the two times, like the two extremes, when it's really, really hot and when it's really, really cold, is when I pick up my romance books. So I picked up this one that I've heard people talking about. It's An Academic Affair by Jodi McAllister. And this one is about like academic rivals, and they're now post doctorates, like they're in that new era of like actually going into their career after being in academics, but their rivalry is even worse because they are both up for the same like teaching position. Rivalry often leads to romance in these types of books. And then one that I will probably hold on until the winter is The Lodge by Kayla Olson. This has been on my list of want to reads for quite a while. This one is about a woman who is going to be the ghostwriter of a memoir by a guy who was a former member of a boy band. And he offers to let her stay at his luxurious resort in Vermont, so that they can like work on his memoir. It's a romance. Obviously, hijinks are gonna happen. And then the very last book that I have for this book haul is Songlight by Maura Buffini. And this has been on my list of books that I want to read for a while too. And Jeebus, I don't have my reading glasses with me, so I can't read some of that. The first book in a trilogy. It says it's perfect for fans of The Handmaid's Tale. Elsa is used to hiding the most important parts of herself. Her feelings for somebody, her hatred for the dictatorship that she lives in, and her gift of songlight. In their land, those who have songlight are called unhumans and they're persecuted. Her world begins to fall apart. I've heard that this one is interesting, and I love like a dystopian, book. So it's another one that, like I said, it's been on my list for a while. And I picked it up because it was on sale. So I ended up with way more books than I thought I was gonna have even like 5 days ago. But I wanted to share those with you guys. Did you guys pick up anything interesting this month? I'd love to know if you got something you think I should add to my TBR. So leave me a comment. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to make sure that you're here for more videos every month. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.